Welcome, guys. We're gonna continue Jaraci Cup 1, so here we go. This is gonna be between God Hates Wii, as you can see here. Does he mean like the console from Nintendo, or anyhow? And BlueBoo as the Conf. God Hates Wii is being subbed on here, by the way. This will be a pretty fun match. Probably not particularly intense, but it'll be fun to watch anyhow. We got Blue spawning down here in the south, and last time he sent in the replays, it ended in like 30 seconds after they realized that they weren't playing on the patch, but this time I'm sure they are. It was pretty funny. It's going to be a base runner retirement from Blue, so that's interesting to see. I wonder if he's got something planned in particular. Early LAV Fab coming out now from God Hates Weebs though, so he'll probably be seeing whatever Blue sends at him pretty early. It's an interesting matchup, Conef versus Sobon. Usually I'd say it's favored to the Conef player when we're in vanilla, but I don't know. I don't think we've really seen it yet in the mod, so it'll be exciting to see what strategies they go for here. So Sandscaper Fabrication is finished, right, for Blue, and he's moving up in the back line here very sneakily. Doesn't want to be spotted. He's definitely not going to be tempted to go for any extractions and keep the Sandscammers with the basement or protect it, because he's up on this side here. So I think that's something that I often see in lower level plays, that people will have an attack up in the front and then they'll pick up an artifact and they think the base runner is too valuable. They'll move back with the attack protecting the base runner, so it doesn't actually end up doing anything for them. And if you fall behind an economy like that by setting up an attack when they're not doing anything with it, you're almost certainly going to lose that game. So it's quite nice here though. Blue has managed to get this far without being seen at all, and only just now is he going to come into the sensors of his opponent. He should just attack immediately. You don't want to wait here, right? Aha, yeah, this is probably the right move. Just take out this LAV, as he's definitely out of position. Now against Sobon, there's a lot of things he can do in the early game. Ooh, and this is one of them. Go for Soul Chip Fabrication, just try to finish him off right here. I like it. But yeah, this is the other one, is you can take out the ALMs because there's no healing available to the Sobon. The carrier at level 0 power, not really suited against Tricraft at all. So you can usually pick off a couple of ALMs for free, and those are expensive. Done it many times. So AAV Fabrication is on the way here for God Hates Weebs. He wants to hold off this attack. I would say if you want to pull off in a Soul Chip Rush here, then you definitely have to get the armor upgrade for them. In fact, getting the upgrade for the Sandscape is probably a mistake here. Definitely pulling back is a mistake, though. You want to stay out there and see how much damage you can do. Don't back away. Now, he hasn't done anything to threaten you, right? You've just gotten some free value. Just get more. And you definitely want your production cruiser close when you start your attack. Anyway, Soul Chip Fabrication is finishing just now, so I hope we see him getting that upgrade, and I hope we see him getting some Soul Chips too. He's definitely queued. Yes, he's queued 2 of them. You can just queue 1 and get that upgrade. In fact, he's even got the money for it now, but it's going to be really essential that he has that in order for this attack to pan out properly. Properly, I said, not probably. Railgun Fabrication on the way here for God Hates Weebs. Now, the reason I'm saying that upgrade is important, it's important even in vanilla, just to get them a little bit more survivable under the carrier. But especially against AAVs, in the mod, they actually will win in the 1v1 until you get them upgraded, and then they'll lose. So it's important that you have those upgrades. But no sign of them from Blue just yet. God Hates Weebs is going to be hemorrhaging some salvagers here on this side. His carrier just doing a very gutsy move out, which is going to cost him a lot in terms of economy. There is always a bit of a risk that the production cruiser can get caught out and killed here, but I think it's pretty low. Again, as Soul Chips though, they don't want to move back. They want to keep going forward. If you've got an attack going here and then you just back away, you're not going to get anything out of it. And then Railgun Fabrication coming out for Blue, that's crazy. Alright, so he really wants to commit to this then. Normally, you would back away and then play eco off it, but I kind of like it. He just needs to be able to make it work though, and Armored Unit Defense is level 1, that's definitely a part of that, a part of getting this working here. Because you can see how much damage now the Assault Ship takes here. That's only one AAV, takes him down to half health, so if these two fight them, it's definitely going to kill one of them. And if God had kept them together, all three of them at the same time, he probably would have won that fight. Especially because the AAV is taking splash damage from the assault ship, but the assault ship isn't, so there's no way you can minimize the damage, but your opponent can, so he can just split them up like into, like put one here, here, and here, and then he's not taking the splash damage either. And he can use the smoke to save them when they get low on health. And he can use railguns too. I noticed he was getting that tech there. So it's a good thing Blue has got a railgun tech if he wants to finish it that way, but he's going to have to make them pretty much immediately. Oh, and he is, look at that. So we got a heavy railgun coming out, which is excellent. That's definitely what he needs, not assault railguns. I was kind of worried he would make those. I also noticed a second production cruiser on the way here. It sounds kind of crazy, but what if he goes for refinery mode? Oh no, don't get power reserve. You don't need this. You don't need this. This is something that I often see. Like, if you're attacking, power reserve 1 is just an eco sink. You don't need that. Because if you're getting rushed, it's good to get power reserve 1. If you're taking up your carrier for the late game, it's good to get power reserve 1. But not here. There's just no reason. Anyhow, you know, if we look at the situation on the map here, God Hates Weebs is definitely behind in economy. And he's got one artifact out, so he's got like partial field control because of this, but I think Blue is still very much in a dominant position here. But yeah, he's gotta, I don't know, he's gotta make sure he keeps this up here. Like, if the attack falls apart, I don't think Blue has really got a good follow-up to this. Yeah, you probably recognize you can't take the fight and just get out of there, but... Now, if the assault ships just run up, though, maybe they can get the railguns. Armor unit defenses 1 was still never researched. That's definitely going to hurt Blue here. But he's still holding his opponent back on one base. He's got an assault ship back at home. I actually think that's okay, just for defense. And then if I were him, I would get refinery mode now. And you're going to have a really comfortable game from there, but... But yeah, more railguns back here, that's definitely what you need, because you have no weakness against Strikecraft, do you? It's pretty unlucky that both the railguns missed there. That doesn't usually happen. I love how God is trying to stay up on high ground, by the way. That's awesome. Not exactly working here, because that high ground is not actually giving them an advantage, but you can tell the idea is still there, so... Okay, there you go. Refiner mode is on the way, and it looks like Blue's just going to pull back his whole army here, play it eco, and this is very good. This is definitely what I wanted. It was a bit of it was a bit on a knife's edge there, because I felt like maybe he was going to lose his production cruiser if he wasn't careful. If he just took like a bad fight, but he didn't. He's taken it quite well here. And now his opponent is getting missile battery fabrication out of fear for anti-air. That's exactly what Blue wants. Yeah, I mean, he's going to have refinery mode before too long. Just get up on that third base. And he's going to be 3 base against 1. I mean, this should be pretty elementary, right? I think you can definitely take this one. And you got to remember the context here, too. Blue still hasn't won a game in his, in his tournament life here. So that would mean a lot to him if he was able to take this one. Yeah, you just want to keep going here. Because if you can get up on a 3 base, you know, that's definitely better than having forward production, right? So I'd say just keep moving that guy down. He's making like every kind of unit in the book, by the way. I see like an assault railgun, heavies, assault ships, and sandscreamers getting made here. But yeah, no, you need to... Come on, get on the third base. You can do it. You can do it. I believe in you. Actually, look at this like perfect timing here as he like switches the carry and the production cruiser right before he gets attacked. That's quite convenient for him. Come on, Blue, don't throw this. You gotta get on 3 bases. This production cruiser doing you nothing. You gotta just get him right there, right there. And you have enough sandscreamers to kill this too. Like, just send the sandscreamers out there, right? Just deal with this. Put your production cruiser here, your carrier there. You're good. I mean, you're golden. Please, please. Base power goes down here. That's a nice pickup for him. There's like 4 rails here, so it's definitely enough to beat Blue's army, so he doesn't want to... He doesn't want to take the fight now. I'm telling you, like, it's so easy, just like get up there and get on 3 bases and you're going to be so far ahead. And at this point he also probably wants to go for another tech choice. Con of Siege is just like hecka broken. Even in the mod, it's like still insanely powerful. That's probably the right choice here. No, just have the production cruiser do it. Oh, all right, that's fine. That's fine. But he's gonna get an extraction here, which is awesome as well. I guess he trusts in his army to take this fight here. I wouldn't though, especially because there's high ground whenever you're leaving the pit, which he's in right now. So I mean, like the railgun fight's gonna go his opponent's way by like a fairly safe margin, and then if he comes in with the follow-up with all these units, maybe he can still take it. But I don't know. This just doesn't look particularly well. It could work actually. He's gonna want to just keep going in there with the sandstorms. Yeah, actually, that seems to have worked quite well for him. I wasn't expecting that, but that looks pretty good. Again, though, this production cruiser doing absolutely nothing for him. He needs to just get it onto that third base. We still don't see a support cruiser from God Hates Weebs, though, and so that's pretty convenient for Blue. Because he's still enjoying being on 2 base while the opponent, frankly, is on, like, less than 1, I would say, because he's kind of messing up his eco here. Oh, there's the support cruiser, though. Okay, yeah, so now he's going to be on 2. So Blue has got to get on 3. He really should be on there already. And getting power reserve 2, but your carry is way back here. It's not going to do anything for you right now. You can tell I'm worried because I really want him to win this. Just because he hasn't won one before, and I really want him to. You definitely want to attack the railgun here too. Well, I mean, railgun fights resolve themselves a little bit slower now in the mod, but still, you do want to kill this guy first. It's interesting he's targeting the missile battery first, I'm not sure. But yeah, there goes the rail, so he's fine. And it looks like he's pushing his opponent off of his main, so that'll do it. Fighter and gunship is coming out now for God Hates Weebs. That's actually a pretty good choice. Still no tech choice for Blue. I think either one would be pretty good, honestly. But I mean, if you see your opponent has anti-air already, probably siege cruiser's better. Then again, that means you have to get missile ships for the anti-air. Tell you what's best though is get a production cruiser over there. But I think I've said that enough times. Now there's a lot of railguns here, so this is definitely dangerous now for God. Not like for religion in general, you know, just this player here. Yeah, there you go. So now damage is going to start getting dumped onto that Savant carrier. Now, what Blue needs to be careful about really is just these fighter and gunships here. But there's so much time that Blue can push him off of his second even. So he's going to be mining only from that third base location, and maybe not even that. Like, he might even be able to push him off of that. In which case, you know, air tech is pretty weak when you don't have any money, right? And now forward production actually is doing something for Blue, but I still think it would be better if he was on a third base. I mean, he could have even more than this right now. But that's okay. Things still look rather dominant for him, although it's kind of still like making me nervous, you know? Whoa, excuse me. But yeah, this is looking great, actually. And there's also no way to heal the support cruiser until another one comes out, mind you. That's always a problem for Savant players. As I pause to take a sip on my drink. Honor Guard Cruiser Fabric. Oh, that's kind of interesting. I wouldn't have expected that, but I mean, anything will work pretty well at this point. Yeah, and it looks like finally Skyrider kind of in like a full route here. He's going to have to back away. And I think Blue has broken him, so he's probably just going to win from this position. I just noticed the Space Runner is not doing anything, but I mean, I just noticed this and I'm the caster, so can you really blame him for it? Support Cruiser goes down. And it looks like Blue is definitely coming out on top of this one. So, I don't know. It sounded like I was kind of critical of all these like little things that I feel like he should have done just a little bit better. But I gotta say, this was actually a very good game from him. I'm very pleased to see it. It's not over yet, but I mean, I'm almost certain he wins this. Getting refinery mode off the second production cruiser, that's I think is what the best choice that he made here was. Because if he's already back home, like you might as well just you might as well get refinery mode with him rather than trying to use him to fight your opponent. Like how do you say? Like rather than sending him up there to get more forward production, which you don't really need there. If you can get onto 2 base when your opponent's still locked onto 1 because of your attack over here, you're you're golden, right? And then managing to take the fight here, that was very good. And then he played it pretty well once he got up onto this side. And you can see that gunship is out, but it hasn't really had too much of an effect. gunship being notably better than in vanilla, but still not good enough to win this kind of thing. So there were good decisions made, but there were some things that I definitely still think he can improve on. Like, don't get power reserves unless your carrier is actually under attack, right? That's the biggest one. And then if you got a production cruiser just chilling in mid like that, just go ahead and get on 3 base. It makes your attack a little bit less viable because your production cruiser's not able to make forward production, right? But you're gonna have like way more money, so it doesn't even matter. But guess what? It don't matter none such, for he has indeed won. And that is excellent. Well done to him. Now let's move on to the next map. But hey, Blue, he's now a winner officially, so very well done, my boy. Very well done.